Morning, everyone.
Morning, Rabbi.
We are learning Mishna Kiddushin, Perek Dalid, Mishnah Yudalid. We started yesterday, and we'll just quickly start from the beginning again. Rabbi Huda says, "Lo yira ravak behema." A single person, an unmarried man, should not be a shepherd. Lo yishnu shnei ravakim b'talas achas. Nor should two unmarried men sleep under the same cloak. The chachamim matirim and the chachamim permit. Kol she'iske manoshim. Whoever's business dealings makes his livelihood from dealing with women, he cannot be alone with any number of women, meaning even if it's three or more. Okay, this is where we need to get focused more on the new part, even though we did this line yesterday. A person should not teach us on a craft that requires him to be among women. Now, once we're talking about what kind of crafts a person should be, what actually an example of what kind of craft a person should not teach his son to get into. Now we're going to talk about the kinds of crafts about how to deal with what kind of craft to teach your son. So Rabbi Meir says, a person should teach his son a trade that is nikia, clean, meaning honest, Vakala, and light, even if it does not seem so profitable. And the explanation of this refers to a trade that does not involve loss of money, meaning it does not require major expenses that might not be recovered. That's what it means when it says it should be honest and light. Honest means honest, one that doesn't involve or create a challenge for being dishonest. And light means one does not carry a big burden, meaning it's a trade that doesn't involve loss of money. It doesn't require major expenses that, as they say, may not be recovered. And he should daven to the person to whom wealth and possessions belong, meaning to Rabbeinu Shalom. Because there is no trade that does not have poverty or wealth. That means you could have people that in the same trade, some of them are rich, some of them are poor, some of them make us, some of them don't. Because poverty does not come from the specific trade, nor does wealth come from the specific trade. Rather, it all depends on one's merits. And therefore, as much as you have to, get the trade and have the trade, you have to make sure to daven to the person, to the one that has the true control over wealth and possessions, because the real source of success or failure is going to depend on a person's merits, and therefore the person should be making sure to daven to the Rebbeinu Shalom that he should be able to have success. Okay, Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar says. Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar is going to make an argument here to support the idea of what was just said, that everything depends on a person's merits. Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar says, have you seen in your lifetime, meaning have you ever seen a wild animal or a bird that have some kind of a craft? You ever seen that? No. And they are sustained without any kind of suffering, without any effort. Now, these animals that don't have to put in too much work for their parnasa, for their sustenance, they were created to serve me. And I was created to serve my creator, my creator. Should it not follow that I should be sustained without effort, without suffering, without difficulty? That's his argument. His argument is animals don't have a big issue with how they sustain themselves. Their purpose in life is to serve man. Now, if their purpose in life is only to serve man, and with that, Hashem gives them their parnasa with ease, so man that is meant to serve Hashem has a much greater mission. They certainly should be able to be sustained without any kind of problems in order to fulfill their mission. So why is it that way? The problem is that I have ruined my work, my deeds. I have corrupted my deeds, and therefore I have lost my sustenance. Okay, so that's his argument to say that you see it depends on merits. So here in number 6, he writes, they bring down from the Pnei Yeshua, if a person does the Leil HaVashem flawlessly, his livelihood is provided to him in a way that gives him both financial security and the opportunity to spend his time studying Torah. But one whose behavior falls short of this standard, even by a little, may have to work hard for his living. So, I mean, the Pnei Yeshua here is making it pretty, I'll use the word extreme. It's like, sounds like either, all or nothing. I shouldn't say all or nothing. It's either all, or if it's not all, you may have problems. And then maybe you won't have problems. It all depends on your merits. It all depends on how Hashem sees fit, how to deal with the actions that you have done. And add to that the idea of also davening to Hashem, asking for Rahmanas, asking for mercy to actually be part of your merits. The prayer becomes part of your merits to be able to get your sustenance. Okay, we'll stop. Today's learning was in memory of Sophie Rozamovsky. You have a Hebrew name?
Shifra Bas Shrug Fivel.
Shriga Bas Fivel. L'Shem Shabbat Aliyah. Have a wonderful day. Might as well just wait for tomorrow.